So I have been doing a lot of keyboard reviews lately, and a lot of the keyboards that I've been reviewing have something very unique to them, whether it's their style, whether it's the color scheme, whether it's just something else that makes it stand out from the crowd. But this, what I have in my hands right here, might just be one of the more simple keyboards that I have reviewed in a long time. And to be honest, it's actually one in a very, very long time that I can say that I can recommend to anyone. This is the RK96 by RK96, and it does so much right and it does so little wrong, but for whatever reason I find it that it's kind of boring. Not boring in the sense where I feel like you shouldn't buy it, but you should buy it. But don't expect anything so crazy and unique out of it that's gonna make it stand out from the crowd. As always, let's talk about the basic features and specs. This is a 90% styled keyboard, meaning you can get an almost full-size keyboard, but it comes in a slightly smaller housing with all the keys being close together. It has Red Dragon's reliable connectivity modes with 3 different ways to connect the keyboard to the PC or Mac. The battery provides up to 30 hours of use with the RGB on and up to 200 hours with the RGB off. You also have 3 color choices with the RK96, which all look nice, but I settled on this forest blue theme because I am a sucker for anything blue. The RGB is nice, the keys don't allow for pass-through, but it still shines pretty bright around the entire keyboard. The switches are these yellow linear switches that are pre-lubed and housed in a shell that has 2 separate silencer foams inside. Now while I like it, it doesn't do much to silence a lot of the sound, but it does give you a satisfying sound and press when using the keyboard. Check it out for yourself. You see, it's not quiet, louder than I expected, but it's not entirely a bad thing. If you want to get quieter switches, you can, as the PCB is hot swappable, so you can do whatever you want with the switches. So going back to the keyboard, there are 2 main features that I actually like. Feature number 1 is the inclusion of some media keys that are here. You do see the volume rocker right here and a mute button. Even though I don't really like the sound of the mute button, listen to this. I really don't like the way it sounds. It feels like it was an afterthought, but at the very least, it is included here, and I feel like that's a really nice touch. And the second feature that I actually really like about this keyboard is the inclusion of these 2 USB Type-A ports here on the back. Now you can use these USB ports to connect anything that you want. Flash drive, wired headphones that are USB powered, or just anything actually, to be honest. And I do like the fact that it's here because it just adds another 2 ports to your overall setup. Now the only problem that I have with this is that it needs to be used in wired mode. So as long as the keyboard is connected with the USB-C here in the back, then you can actually use these USB Type-A ports, which for some might not be bad, but for me, I feel like it eliminates the idea of having a full wireless setup, even though this keyboard is fully wireless. But in order for you to utilize this feature of these USB Type-A ports, it needs to be connected through the USB Type-C first. I think that was a huge bummer. There's probably some reason why they did it. I'm assuming it's probably because it doesn't want to drain the battery if it requires power for whatever you're connecting in here. But still, I just feel like that's something that could have been left to the user to decide if they want to drain the battery or not, but I'm assuming they have their own reasons for that. Still, it is a bummer. But overall, I do love this keyboard, but it does everything so good, but it doesn't do any one thing that makes it truly stand out. Now, like I said, you can get it in a couple of different colors, and that's kind of like the only thing that does make it stand out, as well as this inclusion of the 2 USB Type-A ports. But outside of that, there's nothing really special about this keyboard. It does everything that it's supposed to do. It's very versatile. It can be used for so many features like office use, gaming, productivity, whatever it is that you need. Because it's a full-size keyboard, it can pretty much handle handle anything. The fact that it's hot swappable means you can actually customize it to what you want. But outside of that, there's nothing that comes outside of the box here that makes it really stand out. Now, I did forget to mention, and I will show it here in the B-roll, that it does come with a wrist rest, that it's magnetic, so it does attach to it, which is still really nice for it to come with it. But you can see that it just does everything good, but not anything amazing. I really do wish that it did something to stand out, but maybe I'm just not giving it an actual fair shot because of everything that I've been seeing and using and reviewing lately that has so many unique features or unique styles to it, that this just kind of seems like I'm taking a step back from trying new things. I really do recommend this keyboard though. For $100, I think you are getting a really well-built keyboard, and for what it offers and what it has and how versatile it actually is, it's really, really great, and I really do recommend it. But I just feel like I've been kind of spoiled lately and using a lot of unique keyboards that this kind of feels like I'm taking a step back here. But nevertheless, the RK96 is a fantastic utilitarian kind of keyboard. It does everything right, it does everything it's supposed to be, and there's not one thing here that really makes it stand out, that it's like you must get it. It's just that if you want something that works really well, that works for a lot of things that you're doing, then this might be a really great choice. But if you are looking for something unique or trying to see what I'm talking about in regards to what else is on the market, definitely check out my other videos below in regards to all of the other keyboards that I've been reviewing lately, because it'll give you a good idea of what's out there. But I do want to thank Royal Kludge for sending this out to me. And if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to hit like, and also do not forget to hit that subscribe button. Thank you guys all so much for watching, and we'll see you all in the next one.